thought it was going to happen at Fastlane.
It probably should have. I mean, now it looks like Kevin Owens is going to be going into Fastlane alone, which scares me because that probably means that, Chris is right with his prediction about Goldberg is going to win the title and he's going to defend it against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Okay, well, to be honest, I think we all knew that was going to happen when they announced it was going to be Kevin Owens versus Goldberg. Even with Chris Jericho in his corner, it wouldn't have mattered.
And I know there's a lot of people that are still saying that, this is going to be a great match between Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, and, Lesnar's going to get the title back that he never lost. It's like, there are other ways of doing this.
I came across this yesterday or today, but rumor is Lesnar versus Goldberg is going to be title versus career at Mania, where Lesnar goes over and Goldberg has to retire for good.
And I could see that being a big marquee match, but I just don't think you need to do that. I don't think you need to put the title in the deal. If you want to make it a career-threatening match, go for it. Make it, Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, regular match, career-threatening matchup between the two of them, and go from there. But I don't think you need to put the, Universal title in there, because honestly, in my opinion, that Universal title should be built on guys who are revolutionizing the wrestling world right now, and that being guys from NXT, because the first two Universal champions were former, of course, NXT champions in Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. If they continue
to get a part-timer, they're going to get a part-timer as world champ. They're going to drop it to a part-timer, and why? We're not even going to see the title on Raw. We're going to see it once a month, maybe.
Because somehow that makes it more prestigious. No, it doesn't. You tried that with the WWE title, and it just...
I will say this, though, and this is part of me thinking big picture again, instead of complaining what I don't like now, thinking about what could be in the future.
Okay.
If this sets up Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor for the title at SummerSlam, then let's just see this through.
You know what? When you put it like that, I would be okay with it. For right now, I'm sticking with my gut and saying that unless they find a way to really make it worthwhile, I'm not entirely for this idea of Goldberg winning at Fastlane and then Lesnar winning.
If this happens the way I'm seeing it right now, Finn Balor comes back, what way to make him make an impact on his return than beating the man who retired Goldberg, the frickin' beast, for the title? I mean, you want to make your champ look strong. That's how you do it.
I can see your point there. But again, we'll have to wait and see going into WrestleMania. Hopefully that things go better. So as far as Monday Night Raw goes, head-scratching, confusing.
Yeah, head-scratching for sure.
It was still a good Raw for certain parts, but there were a lot of moments where it just definitely felt like it was a regular Monday Night Raw where it's just like, why are you doing this? Why are you torturing us with 3 hours of... No, I shouldn't say 3 hours. I should say about 2 hours and 15 minutes of just complete stupidity. It just doesn't make any sense.
Like I said, some of the matches were really good. I thought Charlotte and Bayley, they tore the house down. That match was awesome. When Charlotte hit that roll-up on Bayley and she smacked her head in the bottom turnbuckle, I was just like, holy shit. Then she hit the moonsault, too. And it's like, this is awesome.
Yeah, definitely it was a really good matchup. I think that SmackDown is going to definitely win this week, especially with the main event for this week being Bray Wyatt defending his newly won WWE Championship against John Cena.
There's a small fucking part of me, and you saw it when I was posting in the messenger group.
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't even want to say it out loud because knowing WWE, it's a fucking possibility. If they have Bray Wyatt lose to John Cena because it is for the title, not only will it completely put the nail in Bray Wyatt's coffin as far as burying him, but it'll make John Cena 17-time world champion, beating Ric Flair's record. And then we'll have to watch Randy Orton versus John Cena for the 9 millionth time at WrestleMania. And let's be honest, who wants to do that? Now, like I said, it's a very, very small part of me that thinks that, about 2%. But, like I said, it is WWE creative, so...
Yeah. Well, if we deal with that heartbreak, it's not going to be done by us. It's going to be done by Spencer and Max. So tune in tomorrow, you guys, for post-SmackDown. You can call it Talking Smack, the Real Edition. You can call it whatever you want. Max and Spencer will be taking care of that tomorrow night. Wednesday night, of course, will be Change the F Up, Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda, final part with myself and Victory Bell. Thursday, Smart Money Podcast with AJ and Chris. Anything special, any special previews that you can give for Thursday?
I'm not too sure what we have planned for Thursday. I haven't really talked to Chris yet this week about what we got in store. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to do a rundown of Elimination Chamber. So we'll probably do that. We'll probably talk about ACW's big weekend they had this past weekend and drawing over 500 people for the benefit show for their local high school. So that was a very, very huge event. I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit. But, yeah, who knows?
Yep, and on Friday, it's, I guess we could call it What the Fuck Fridays or whatever the fuck we want Fridays. We will definitely have something planned for you guys on Fridays. I know I may start trying to do more movie review podcasts on Fridays or just on a set date, but I'll get you guys more information about that in the future. But of course, you can always follow Mr. AJ Jensen at AJens81 on Twitter, as well as myself at NateFandGreat. Be sure to give us as many likes as you can on our podcast page, facebook.com/ER Network 24/7, as well as, hey, join us on our group on, Elite Ringside Network. It's going to be a very interesting road to WrestleMania, but I think that we're going to have quite a bit of, better things that are coming in the future. Big ACW show coming up in March, so give you guys a little bit of setup to talk about that.
April 22nd is the big ACW show.
What day is that? I think
April 22nd.
April 22nd. That's right.
April's going to be a very, very busy month for us as far as wrestling because we have the opening weekend of April, which is WrestleMania weekend. The 15th, the weekend of the 15th, which I believe will be the third week, like the third weekend in April, is the WPW Point show here in Stevens Point. They'll be returning to the Holiday Inn Convention Center. We're going to be obviously plugging that. Every show, we're going to get ticket info. We're going to get our tickets to sell. We're going to get flyers to put up. We're going to flyer the town. And then the following weekend is the big ACW show with Bret Hart, Hurricane, Vicky Guerrero, El Dorito, Mr. Anderson, and Kevin Thorne. So yeah, April's going to be a busy, busy wrestling month.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is going to be a busy month. Yeah, I think some of the matches that we could actually reveal that have already been announced is Mr. Anderson taking on the ACW champion, Joey Jet Avalon. We have Pornstash, John Schwartz taking on Colin Brooks, my boy Colin. We got Sadist against Kevin Thorne. And we also got the WLC 2 against Swoggle and El Torito. I'm actually looking forward to that. I think that it's going to be a lot better than the Extreme Rules WLC match that they had a few years ago.
I thought that match should have been on the main card. That match was awesome.
Yeah. I guess you're right. I can give you that. So that is going to wrap it up for this edition of You can call it Raw Reaction. You can call it the Raw Rundown. We'll think of a better name by next week. Either way, guys, Raw was...
Talking Raw.
The Talking Raw. It sucked. But thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight. And remember, hashtag RIP Jericho. So have a good night, guys. We will see you guys later on in the week.
Peace out.